Welcome students, myself Professor Vikrant Palaksha. I welcome you all in my YouTube channel Professor Vikrant Palaksha's Education Hub. In this video, we are going to learn the multiple choice questions of TY BCom taxation subject on the unit number 2nd heads of income, that is income from capital gain and income from other sources. So let's begin. Question number 1. The charging section of the income under the head capital gain is option A section 15, option B section 17, option C section 10 and option D section 45(2). And the correct option it is option number D section 45(2). Next, question number 2. What are the conditions to be fulfilled for charging of income under the head capital gains? Option A, there must be a capital asset. Option number B, there must be a transfer of such capital asset. Option number C, the transfer of such capital asset has been affected during the previous year. And option number D, all of the above. And the correct option it is option number D, all of the above. When the income is charged under the capital gain, then the capital asset must be there. That asset should be transferred and asset should be transferred in the previous year. These all are the conditions. Therefore, the correct option it is option number D. Next, question number 3. Capital asset includes option A, deposit bonds, option B, stock in trade, option C, shares, and option D, motor car. And the correct option it is option number C, shares. Shares is a capital asset. Next, number 4. How many types of capital gains are there? Option number A 1, option number B 2, option number C 3 and option number D 4. And the correct option it is option number B, that is 2. There are two types of capital gains, short-term capital gain and long-term capital gain. Next, question number 5. A short-term capital asset means a capital asset held by the assessee for not more than option A 12 months immediately preceding the month of its transfer, option B 24 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer, option number C 36 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer, and option number D 48 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer. And the correct option it is option number C, 36 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer. Such asset is held by the assessee not more than 36 months. Such asset is called as the short-term capital asset. Next, question number 6. A long-term capital asset means a capital asset held by the assessee for not more than 12 months immediately preceding the month of its transfer, 24 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer, 36 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer, and option number D, more than 36 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer. So correct option it is option number D, more than 36 months immediately preceding the date of its transfer. Next, question number 7. Which of the following is a long-term capital asset if held for more than 12 months but less than 36 months? Option number A, a unit of mutual fund other than equity oriented fund specified under section 1023D. Option number B, shares of a listed company. Option number B, shares of an unlisted company. And option number D, gold jewelry. And the correct option it is the shares of a listed company. Shares of a listed company held by the assessee more than 12 months but less than 36 months, treated as long-term capital asset. Next, question number 8. Long-term capital gain is taxed at the rate option A 30%, option B 25%, option C 20%, option D 15%, and so the correct option it is option C 20%. Long-term gain is taxed at the rate 20%. Next, question number 9. Short-term capital gain is taxed at the rate option A 30%, option B 25%, option C 20% and option D 15%. And the correct option it is option D 15%. Next, question number 10. Deduction from capital gain under section 54B is for capital gain arising from transfer of dash. Option A, agricultural land. option B salary, option C house property, and option D none of the above. And the correct option it is option A agriculture land. Any capital gain arise from the transfer of agriculture land that is deducted under section 54B. Next question number 11. Income from other sources is under section option A 56, option B 57, option C 58, and option D 59. And the correct option it is option A 56. Income from other sources is defined under section 56. Next question number 12. Income from other sources may be includes option A Indian company dividend, option number B dividend from units, option C foreign company dividend, and option D all of the above. And the correct option it is option D all of the above. Dividend from Indian company, dividend from units, dividend from foreign company, all are the income from other sources. Next question number 13. Income from other sources is known as option A aggregate head of income, option B residuary head of income, option C continuous head of income, and option D temporary head of income. And the correct option it is option number B residuary head of income. Income from other sources is called as residuary head of income. Next question number 14. The amount of dividend received from cooperative society is dash. Option A partly taxable, option B exempted, option C taxable, and option D partly exempted. And the correct option it is option C taxable. Any dividend received from cooperative society that is fully taxable under the other sources. And now the last question number 15. The amount of dividend received from domestic company is option A partly taxable, option B exempted, option C taxable, option D partly exempted. And the correct option it is option B exempted. Any dividend received from domestic company it is fully exempted under the other sources. So in this way, in this video we have studied the multiple choice question on the topic capital gain and income from other sources. Dear student, for such more videos kindly subscribe my YouTube channel Professor Vikrant Palat Shah's Education Hub, as well as press on the notification icon. Thank you all of you.